Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fire Brigade of Flames, chapter 121. This chapter would have been out yesterday, but our wondrous overlords at Pusu Scans decided to give us a crepe-themed April Fool's Day joke instead of the actual chapter. And I got a couple pages in and realized that the entire chapter was just like, replace every other word with crepes. I don't know why that was the joke they chose, but that's what they did. So yeah, that did not happen yesterday. So anyway, when we last left off with 120, the inside the Shintai group were like investigating the core of the Shintai, and Victor realized that Amaterasu was powered by humans, which apparently is what Joker had already theorized way before this, which I think was news to us. Then outside with the Tempeh battle, we found out Ogun has this like limited time berserker ability he can do for like a couple seconds. And then Shinra had a conversation with the black-cloaked woman who told him that she only had enough power to give him the Adora Link for a single second, and Shinra seems convinced that he does not need anything more than that. So let's jump on chapter 121, 1 second / 250 years. The Black Lady is what it says, and it's a cover picture of like the woman in black, and it just says the Black Lady on her chest. Scan later page. Okay, so we're back with Ogun, like, pummeling Tempeh. Shinra, how long are you going to make me wait? Hurry up! 1 second. And then, Shinra gets, like, a battle stance. Ogun, sorry for the wait. You can give it to me whenever you're ready. And we see in Adora, the woman in black, like, fade away. What can you do with 1 second? I can protect this forest. I could smell Adora on you, the same as the preachers. What the hell are you, anyway? I am no different from you. You said you came to revive this world. So what's the purpose of the preacher? Her goal is something mysterious and terrible. To destroy these lands, to engulf everything in flames. Wait, her goal? Oh, well then. Okay. So the preacher is a woman. That's news to me. Especially given like the bottom of the face we saw. Back when I assumed that was the preacher standing behind Sho during the Netherworld. It looked like a fairly masculine face. But yeah, I guess I was wrong. Engulf the world in flames, just like Rekka said. Come, we do not have much time. I will give you divine protection. And we see this black orb, like, glowing behind Shinra. As he starts his, like, battle stance. And he fades out of existence like he did during the fight with Sho. As everyone like kind of looks on in shock, and he just disappears, and we see like the trees like blowing in the wind, and he just pops up right at Tempeh and like uppercuts him, and sends Tempeh flying, and then like disappears again, and his lower half sends like a kick into Tempeh, and sends him flying. Thanks to this divine protection, I can divide my body into particles. I can surpass the speed of light and go back in time. When my body rematerializes, I'm back in the past. And he sees Tempeh flying, and we see the old man from the chapter 118 cover, who I'm assuming is like the original Tempeh before I became a flame human. These images flowing into my head. Are these Tempeh's memories? We see the old man, who I'm assuming is past Tempeh, like kneeling down at what's maybe a grave in like a barren wasteland. Why am I only me? And he stares out and stands up. With the great disaster, I lost my fortune, even lost my wife and my daughter. Why was I the only one to survive? I hate it. I hate that great disaster. It stole my position, my fortune, my wife. Why is he more concerned about his position and his fortune than his wife? That should, dude, your wife should come first. Your wife should always come first over, like, fortune and position and shit. But he, like, leans his staff at something. I've arrived. Here it is. The tear in space. Something happened here. And we see there's, like, a straight line in the ground where, like, one side is darker and the other side is light. And he drops his staff and, like, goes, like, press up against the tear and he can't pass through it. I can't pass through. Is there any way to go to the other side? Or maybe it's a place that no human can enter. And is that the preacher? We see someone in a white cloak who the bottom of their face looks kind of like the woman in black. Except she's in white and not in black, so she's probably not the same person. So I'm assuming that's the preacher. and she walks past Tempeh, and Tempeh like falls back on the ground in shock. A person from beyond. Who are you? You're God. And Shinra recognizes this person as the preacher. God, you're God, right? You came to bless me, did you not? I lost my position and my money. Please return me to that happiness. See, he does not care about his wife. He's a bastard. Did the preacher also come from the Terran space? Please, I beg of you. And the preacher, like, blows a bug at Tempeh. The bug! And he starts writhing on the ground in agony. But this Tempeh, he was a lost man. And yet Tempeh, like, burns away. We see, like, his flesh, like, melts away as he, like, is consumed by fire. And he finally transforms into the original flame human, I guess. Or the original demon at the very least. Thank you for this blessing. It hurts. It's hot. It's incredible. From now on, I shall tell all about your miracles, my god. And then Shinra, like, kicks Tempeh in the chest and, like, sends him flying. A hero kicks into the past. The devil's sad 250-year past comes to an end. To be continued, chapter 122, The Black Lady. So yeah. Yeah, this was a lot of a chapter. Like, we have a whole lot of backstory on the preacher. We see that Tempeh is just an unredeemable dick. Like, holy hell. Not like, at first it was like, you know, it's kind of like pulling at, like, strings, I guess. I don't think that's the right term, but you know what I mean. When I mentioned that, like, he always mentions his wife and daughter after everything else, like his fortune and his position and his, all that shit. But then, like, he asks the preacher to give back his position and does, like, even though he assumes that she's God, and, like, does not even consider bringing his wife back. Like, what a dickbag. What a fucking dick. I'm not sure if Tempeh is dead right now. It would feel kind of cheap for, like, a Deus Ex Machina to come in and Shinra just wipes the floor with the bad guy. But honestly, I just want him to die. He's just such a dick. He's just even before he was a flame human, he was a dick. But yeah, I don't know if Tempeh is dead yet, or if Tempeh is finished. He probably is, I imagine, because next chapter, I imagine we're going to get a lot more answers about the Black Lady, given that it's titled The Black Lady. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go. It's honestly, it's a really good thing that Shinra's powers involve, like, short-term time travel. Because, like, it's still weird. I'm still not entirely sure if that's at all how physics works. That was the one thing that really bothered me about the Sho Shinra fight back in Another World, if you'll recall, is that it just did not make any real sense, as far as my knowledge of physics goes. But yeah, we do know, though, that the Preacher is from the Terran space-time. And I'm assuming the Black Lady is too, given their, like, physical similarities from what we see of her. So, I don't know. Are we gonna go full Naruto and reveal that, like, the creators of everything are a bunch of aliens? I hope not, because that was the worst part of Naruto. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of backstory to this chapter, but it's kind of simple. Like, Tempeh's backstory isn't really super in-depth. It's just, like, he was a shitty guy, but he was the first person to see the Preacher. Which is interesting. And he's all been working for the glory of the Preacher, which does kind of explain why he ends up with the White Hood looking outfit. Even if, like, I don't know, this honestly is a really interesting thing in that, like, the White Hoods shouldn't really have any knowledge of Tempeh, right? Because they didn't see... The White House wouldn't know about Tempeh, and it looks like the Preacher barely recognizes Tempeh's existence. So I don't know why she'd use his outfit for her organization's uniforms. Right? I don't quite understand why that is. But yeah. Yeah, this is... this is a pretty good chapter. I'm not entirely satisfied with the fight, just because I've never really been satisfied with his, like, particle time powers. But the backstory gave us a lot to think about, so I'm really excited for next week to see what happens. Just, like, is the fight over? I really do imagine it's pretty much done at this point. There's not a whole lot that can still happen. If he is done, if Tempeh gets back up, it's just that, like, we don't really have any ways to counteract him now that the divine protection's over. So I imagine this is going to be it for Tempeh, just because there's no real way to like stop him if this didn't work, you know. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. You know, the arc is probably going to wrap up soon. Next chapter, I imagine we're going to go full on into the core, along with some Black Lady backstory, just because like we did completely leave Arthur, Victor, and Pan behind this week. So I imagine they're going to come back again, because like they're kind of important, and I imagine whatever the Black Lady's backstory happens to be is going to be tied up in the core that the three of them are investigating. But we don't really know anything about that yet. So I'm just going to leave this video off here. I hope you enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, you can drop me a like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.